What is up, guys? It's Tim, or The Dynamite. Welcome back to TSG. No, I am not Thunder. This is a community channel after all for, those confused fans who always expect Thunder. It's sometimes you'll get them, sometimes you won't. I mean, that's a community channel. But for today, hopefully I can capture and captivate your attention enough that you would want to check out my channel, The Dynamite, linked below. But the reason you clicked on this video is because you want to know what I think will not save Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War that a lot of people currently think will. That sentence was honestly more wordy than it needed to be, but let's get into what I wanted to talk about. Before I get into the exact topic, I want to say people are kind of unhappy with Black Ops Cold War, right? The beta, we got server issues, we got hit detection issues, aim assist is a mess, visibility is a joke, snipers are OP. We've got a lot of issues, right? We got a lot of things to unpack and talk about in terms of Black Ops Cold War. We got a lot of things to talk about and kind of just dissect when it comes to Black Ops Cold War. So, hopefully you're along for the ride. But in today's video in particular, I wanted to focus on an area that a lot of people think will save Black Ops Cold War, and honestly, I don't think it will. And the area in particular that I'm talking about is nostalgia. So, nostalgia is, basically feeding off the memories of, positive memories you had in the past. So, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 fans, these people are craving that lifestyle back, right? The closest we got to that is probably Black Ops 4 when it comes to that fast-paced run and gun. You can use any gun. Gun skill matters a lot. The maps are laid out in a very, fast-paced fashion, especially in Black Ops 4. And while I don't think we're going to get that when it comes to map variety in Black Ops Cold War, particularly because of the sample size that we've seen in the beta or both betas so far, we have not really seen many 3-lane maps that are just really similar to something like, for instance, an Arsenal or a Contraband that we saw in Black Ops 4. And while I'm talking about Black Ops 4, I just have to say, I don't think any of those maps, aside from the remastered maps, are that memorable. I think the most memorable one for me is probably Arsenal. I really enjoyed that map. But, I feel like after Arsenal, Contraband, maybe like Morocco or Militia, you really can't name that many other maps that you're just like, oh, I really want to play this in Black Ops 4. They're all fine. I'm not going to back out of any map, even like Icebreaker. I'm not going to back out of any map in Black Ops 4, which is definitely a positive over a game like Modern Warfare where I can only stay in like 3 maps. But I'm not going to back out of anything in Black Ops 4. So I feel like Black Ops 4 is a game that definitely suits my playstyle when it comes to Call of Duty maps. I think it's definitely a game for me. And I think a lot of people who enjoyed it are going to enjoy Black Ops Cold War, but I think a lot of people are going to be reliant on the fact that there are going to be so many remastered maps that you're going to have to enjoy the same maps that you've been playing for so long. And those maps being, of course, you already know, firing range, jungle, slums, you know the deal. I think there's one more. I always draw a blank on the final one, but you know what I mean. Just those 3, 4 nostalgic maps from BO1, BO2. We've seen them in Black Ops 3 as a remastered in a playlist called Back in Black. And of course, we've seen them all year in Black Ops 4. And not only just all year, but we've seen them in night versions as well, or flooded versions when it comes to jungle. And it's just like, when is enough? You know what I mean? Like, when is it enough that we're gonna keep seeing the same maps over and over? How many times are Treyarch developers gonna keep tugging on our heartstrings? Like, yes, they know we love firing range, but do we love it enough to play it like 4 games out of like 6 or 7 years in a row? Like, is that too much at this point? I feel like it's gonna be too much. Now, I don't like to just offer criticism and critiques without, actually offering some solutions. And I know that, Treyarch is doing their best in a pandemic, as pretty much we all are.
I hope so.
Okay. But what I wanted to suggest is bring back remasters that are fan favorites. So it's honestly quite simple, and I don't know how people have not done this yet or suggested it, and I haven't seen many people talk about it, but basically all Treyarch, Vaughn, Tony Flame, Matt Scorsese, whoever's listening, whoever could be listening, simply set up a Treyarch poll every, first day of the month or something and say, hey, which Black Ops game do you want in? I know you might not be able to remaster an entire map within, a month or something, but maybe like, hey, vote on the top 3 out of these like 10 choices and we'll try to bring these for the next season or something like that. That way you get 2 months to remaster a map. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know how fast or slow remastering a map is in a different game. I know it's not as simple as most people think. It's not a copy paste job. I know it's not a simple copy paste job, especially because there's movements, there's different graphics. We're going to be playing on many different engines when it comes to, Xbox, PC, PlayStation. A lot of the Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 maps, you never have to worry about playing on PC. So there's a lot of optimization things they have to worry about mixed in with crossplay. So again, theoretically, maybe my idea is, too demanding or too fast. But if they did this at the start of the year or something, maybe they could finish, a few maps by the end of the year and give us just like the final season of Black Ops Cold War being fan favorite maps, maps that are amazing or something. The other opportunity that they have here is to kind of just make a bunch right now, before the game finally launches, instead of trying to just guess like, oh, maybe I'll bring back some random BO1 map that, everyone forgot about. Maybe instead I'll bring back Standoff because everyone loved it in Black Ops 2, just like have some actual maps, have some fun maps on deck. I know this sounds very simple in theory, but that's kind of what I wanted to mention when it comes to maps. I think a lot of people are just kind of anticipating the same old, and I don't think that's good. I don't think it's a good look for Treyarch, and I don't think people are going to be satisfied with the maps, down the line. I think you will be at first, but you will get bored of it, especially maps like Firing Range, Nuketown, Slums. You're going to get bored of it real quick. The other part of nostalgia that I wanted to touch on here is the streaks. And this way, I'm actually saying it's a positive thing. There are no new streaks in Black Ops Cold War. We've seen basically everything. The only new things we could see, based on the leak, by the way, I should point out that there was a leak that basically revealed all the streaks. But in the case that that leak is true, we really haven't seen anything new. The only things that we could potentially see that are different would be something like the armor streak. We don't know exactly what that'll be like. Or maybe some of the specialist streaks that were, from the past. We don't know exactly how lethal those streaks might be. So that's another thing to worry about. That's another concern I have. How lethal are some streaks going to be? I do have faith that Treyarch is going to be pretty diligent and pretty smart about, rebalancing stuff that is OP. I think they're pretty good on that. And they're probably going to have to when it comes to Warzone as well, so they're definitely going to have to be on top of their game. It does seem like Tony Flame and a lot of the boys at Treyarch are just really happy and really proud for the game that they're about to launch. I honestly don't see it being more successful compared to Modern Warfare when it comes to a sales perspective, just because of how, kind of not so good the graphics looked in the beta. Bruh. I think that really turned a lot of people off. I feel like people kind of think that Call of Duty took a step back from Modern Warfare to this game just based on graphics and, based on the amount of time that they had. Which, if you think about it, really isn't fair because this game was kind of dumped on Treyarch at the last minute. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to sum up the commentary by mentioning that nostalgia is definitely going to be a factor, but, keep in mind, it might not save the game, and honestly, I don't think it will save the game. I think a lot of people are waiting for Firing Range to come save the day. I think it will be a nice breath of fresh air, but I don't think it's going to be something you're going to be living on. It's not something you really want to see a 24/7 of. You're going to get sick of the map. I'm already sick of the map too, and I haven't played Black Ops 4 in so long too. You're going to get sick of it, and that's the end of the day. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to check out my channel, The Dynamite. Again, hopefully it is linked in the description if you enjoyed the commentary. And if you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. Leave a comment why. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.